What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today we're going to be going over a few common problems why your car won't start and the fixes for them. If you guys are new to this channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe and the bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright guys, let's get to it. So you go to start your car and maybe it does nothing, or maybe it just clicks, like in my case. Pop our hood. Now it could be a multitude of things that could cause this, but let's always start with the simplest first. Your car battery. An easy test, just go ahead and click on your ignition, turn on your headlights, and if your headlights are really dim, it's probably the battery, but these look good. So if you think it's the battery, go ahead and hook up some jumper cables, give it a jump from another car. If you don't have that, we can also get a battery charger. Plug that in, and this is going to give us a reading on our battery life. Looks like it's at 100. It gets a little more, but it looks like it's just about fully charged. If you don't have access to this, you can actually take out your battery, take it to AutoZone. They'll charge it for free. They can also test it and see how much life is left on the battery. So if you can, get a jump and get it down and get it tested, or take it out and they can charge it up for you and tell you if it's bad. Now it could be the alternator's not charging your battery right here. So what's going to happen is your battery is just going to drain real fast. So they can also test your alternator. If you can limp it down there, they'll test your alternator and your battery for you for free. Now the next thing we're going to check is a bad connection on the battery. This one has a side post battery, but go ahead and grab, oh, that one looks loose. You grab these and check to see if they're loose and if there's any white corrosion. Let me go ahead and show you a normal battery like on my truck. See, these normal posts, they shouldn't have any white corrosion or anything built up. They should be nice and tight. If they have any corrosion or loose, normal post battery will use a 10 millimeter. You can also use a small adjustable wrench. Now this is the car that's giving me trouble. Now these side posts, you just go ahead and loosen up these bolts right here. It's a 5/16. We'll just take off the negative one first, and then we'll take off the positive one. So if you have a normal post battery, like I said, you just loosen up the black one first, take it off, then the red one. And then I'll show you a special tool. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to wipe off any corrosion. Go ahead and get a small wire brush or even just some regular old sandpaper, and we're going to go ahead and clean off the terminals. To actually make this cool battery tool that you can clean off the post, a normal post, and it also has wire brushes for the inside and the outside to clean off. I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description to the special battery tool. It's great to have and it's only a few bucks. But on this side post one, I'm just going to go ahead and clean off the connections really good. The wire brush. Make sure there's no grease or anything. You don't want grease in between the connections, even anti-corrosive grease. You want to put that on at the end after the connections are made. So we're going to go ahead and get all the connections really clean. Alright, now when we put the terminals back on, you're going to want to put the red one, the positive one, on first this go around. Now tighten it down good and tight. Be careful not to strip the head though. Then we'll put the one on second. So there's no risk of shock when you do it this way, in this order. I jump back to this battery for the demonstration. Now that we've got both terminals all tightened up really good, you're going to want to pick up some of this battery terminal protection spray. We're just going to give each side a little coating of this red spray. And this is anti-corrosive, so the corrosion can't build back up, and we'll have a nice connection. We'll give this one a couple spritzes too, the one we're working on. And like I said, it's important to put this on after the connection is made. You don't want it between any of the connections or before hooking up the posts again. Only after the connection's made, so it doesn't degrade any of our connections. Now if those two things didn't help, go ahead and put your emergency brake on. We'll go ahead and chalk the wheels. Now we're going to be going underneath the car to check out a starter. All you need is a little hammer. Now we're underneath the car. Now everyone's starter is going to be in a different place, so you can go ahead and look up your car, find out where your starter is. But on this car, it's right here, this gold thing right here. And what we're going to want to do is, the best thing is to have someone in the car, and you're just going to keep tapping the starter with the hammer. Give it a few good whacks. Keep tapping it while someone's in the car trying to start it. Now just be careful of moving parts and stuff. Just keep tapping it and have them try and start it. And what this is going to do is hopefully Sometimes the starter connection goes bad, and by hitting on it, we're going to reconnect that connection for just a split second. So when you're hitting on it and they're trying to start it, right when you hit it, maybe the connection will be made and it'll get started. You can also do it by yourself where you just hit it and go in there and do it, but it's better to have someone in there trying to start it. And if it does start up, then you know it's the starter and you're going to have to replace that. Now your starter also has big wires, kind of hard to see, but up here has big wires coming from the battery, and sometimes these cables can become corroded and damaged. You want to check those to bad connection there. Come on, baby. Woohoo! Alright guys, well I hope one of those fixes was the problem. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the bell so you can get all the notifications of my new videos. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself, and I hope you get your car fixed. Alright guys, take care.